Hey guys. Uh, Looks like something went wrong with my Deity recording. OBS, uh, in a force update, it changed my recording button, and I was not aware. So I was recording that entire Deity game without actually recording the game. So what we're gonna do. Well, first of all, what I did was I removed OBS from my computer. I will be using NVIDIA Shadowplay from now on, because that is absolutely the third time OBS has done that to me. It's very frustrating, and I decided I'm not dealing with that anymore. So, the Deity game is still here. We're on year 12, and I believe we hit middle age at around year 11. So we'll hop into the game. I'll try and recap you guys as quickly as possible, like what I did, how I did it, which year, etc. So let's go ahead and just hit that up. Okay, let me pause really quick here. So we're playing Shoguns. Actually, let me do one thing really quick here. Let's change this setting. There we go. So I went back to Shoguns. I am not dealing with Aztecs. The Aztecs on paper, it's nice. The negative 10% to food consumption is nice because in on deity that translates to negative 50% food consumption. However, uh, it really doesn't matter all that much in comparison to Shoguns, all because of the rice breeder. The Shoguns are better in almost every way in comparison to the Aztecs, even when they're playing in the jungle like this, but not because of the plus 10% to luxuries. It's not really that. It's just because they have rice breeder. So basically, Shoguns just start off with bread. Just think of it that way. Uh, if bread is, let's rate bread, right? Bread is a tier 3 food. We'll say it's a 3.0, right? Rice is probably, not probably, but definitely, after many times of testing, with the Statistics Bureau, it's just showing that it's around 2.9 in effectiveness. So it's very close to bread if it's not bread already. So that's the one major advantage Shoguns have with pretty much every other faction. They can go big. They can go big population really quick if you know how to do it right. But before that, actually, let me pause again. I want to make sure I'm telling you everything I need to tell you here. Yes, turn this off. Okay, great. And let's bring the trees back. All right. So I plotted my town hall here, specifically kind of close to where the high appeal is, but I made sure that I plotted it in a place where it had low appeal like this. So we have the town hall here. We just organized the housing in this area. That takes care of that. Um, so we can make sure we have all the income we need early on. What else did I do? When we started the game off, we started with the jungle mushroom productivity, 30%. And as soon as I plotted down the town hall, I immediately upgraded it to uh, uh, level 2, so I can get the jungle forestry right away. Um, let's see what else. I didn't go with jungle medicine because it seems like if you do your medicine properly, if you do your medicine logistics properly, especially with storage depots, like it's not gonna be a problem. As you can see right now, it's not a problem. I even had around 800 even before I had farm water management. The only problem I had without the farm water management was the food. The food was almost always zero by the time the next harvest came around. Maybe like some one or two people would die of starvation, and then we would get the next harvest in time. But let's go back again to the very beginnings. This, I believe, yes, these two were the very first hunting lodges and the first fruit gather. I built that one right away. That was built immediately. I did not focus on building houses at that time, so this was back in year zero. We got the hunting lodge going right away. We got the fruit gather going right away. I did pick the free rice breeder right away, and when we built it, it was somewhere around up here. It was exactly here. Actually, it was at the storage yard here. It was built right around here. I believe it was just these two farms at the time. These two farms were rice, and I did not bother with medicine. I did not bother with medicine farms because I was using medicine gatherers. So somewhere around the end or somewhere in the middle of year zero is when I got the first medicine gatherer going. So I could provide medicine for this hunting lodge and this fruit gather. What else did I do? Oh yes, I upgraded the hunting lodge first thing, so I can get that 30% with the 10 wood. Same with the fruit gather, 10 wood, so I can get 30% productivity. You definitely want to do that. Um, when I first started the game, I started off with 240 wood. Sorry, 240 food, 320 wood, and the reason why I started off with the 240 food is just to avoid the early starvation as much as possible. On a deity game, it's even better if you do 300 or 400 just to be absolutely sure. But in this case, I couldn't afford to do it. I needed the money because this fertile land was originally a cannabis province, so I had to buy out the cannabis breeder, and that cost me about like I think it was like 2,500 gold. So I had to take care of that. Let's see what else. So yes, I started off 240 wood, 240 food, 320 wood. The extra 20 wood was just for the upgrades to the first hunting lodge and the first fruit gather, and then 300 extra wood was for anything else I needed to quickly build. Let's see. Uh, I started off the game with 250 stone. We were not gonna need that until way later when we finally hit around close to middle age and we built the first tool shop. Uh, as you can see, we really don't have enough people to work the quarry. It's right now considered just a winter job, but eventually I'm gonna change it. Now that we have farm water management, I'm gonna change it to two people, and then I'm gonna highlight it to let know that I want two people here working at all times. We'll revert this back. There we go. And completely automate the labor workforce. Starting on Deity, I think Deity is probably the only difficulty that you actually really need to use the Employment Bureau. Like if you want to make sure everything is perfectly fine, you have all the buildings that are working at the right time. You need to organize this for Deity. I don't think there's any other way around it. Yeah, you could highlight a few things, get away with it, but ultimately you want some non-highlights like this. Like you could say, I want a minimum of two people working this mushroom farm at all times. However, if we have extra people, I want them to come over to this mushroom farm. And if we don't, if we need to put them on farms, the farms will take precedence over. Farms usually start off at the highest anyway, so I kept them there. Uh, but you can organize it however you like, whichever one is more important to you. I put the pig ranch all the way down here because it's always highlighted with the star. So I don't need to worry about, oh, is it going to get worked on or not? You know, it's not a big deal. It's highlighted. All I have to do now is just say, hey, I need somebody working here. So I just raise that employment up just by one. And if I don't need anybody culling any pigs, well, I just do this. There you go. Instead of, changing the highlight all the time. Also, it doesn't screw over the employment bureau when you do ranches this way. The other tip I need to talk to you guys about with the ranches is the ranches for pig ranches specifically. They the, the the pigs can multiply on their own. You don't have to have anybody working here to have the pigs multiply. So you can just leave it alone, let them multiply, and then when the ranch is full, like right now, what you can do is you just say, okay, I need somebody to go over there and start killing the pigs. And what I usually do is I tell that one worker to kill when above half capacity. So only kill half of it. And when he's done, I just turn it off and let him go do work something else instead. Usually, this worker will go around and maybe supply medicine at this storage depot to make sure that we have medicine in this area to keep the mushroom farm and the forester working. Uh, this forester had only one person working at it this whole time. So there is a productivity book and a passion book on it. And look how much wood we got. And we did have, at some point, we did have all three of these mushroom farms working, and we were still making extra wood. So just a heads up on that one. Right now, we don't need the mushroom farms at this moment because we just upgraded the farm water management. So I just told these two mushroom farms to go and work on farms instead. So we have that taken care of. Right now, I'm building another mushroom farm right here just to proc the building combo. So right now we only have the first level of building combo because we only have 1, 2, 3 built, right? You only get the first building combo bonus if you have two. You don't get another building combo bonus if you have a third. You need to build a fourth, and then you unlock the fourth building combo. So we're gonna cheese the game's rules a little bit like that. All we have to do is build it and not operate the building, and we get the bonus. Let's see what else I need to catch you guys up on. What else did I do that we were running into problems and then not anymore? Let's see. Early on in the game, um, I think somewhere around when I just finished building this Benefit farm, we went and got another hunting lodge and another fruit gatherer. And I made sure I built a house here so it could provide uh, labor to this medicine gatherer, this fruit gatherer, and this hunting lodge. And of course, I upgraded the hunting lodge. And oh, I did not upgrade the fruit gatherer. I didn't realize that. Well, you should. You shouldn't do what I did there, but early on in the game, you definitely wanted it to be upgraded. Well, I guess now it's too late because we're not going to be using fruit gatherers anymore. We went already into heavy farms. So that's that. If we have anybody to spare to work on the hunting lodges, they will work on it. So that'll be taken care of because of the way I've set the job priority. Hunting lodges are around here, the job priority, and I did not highlight them. I did not put a yellow on them. I just said, okay, just keep a regular store on it, just so that if we have extra people to spare, they can go and take care of the wild animals for us. Let's see what else. What else? Oh yeah, I did have a third hunting lodge, but that was way later. This was, I think, around year 9. We had to do this one, so we can get some food in this local area to get these farms running. It also bought us some time to build another house here, and to get the tavern built here too, because these people needed entertainment to make sure that we could get a full harvest every single year. Let's see, year 1 and year 2. What did we do in year 1 and year 2? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? At the end of year 0, I built the pig ranch just to make sure that we'll have some spare food, uh, ahead of time. So I built that immediately. It's almost always just a good idea to at least build one pig ranch near the end of year 0. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the forest, or if you're especially in the grassland, you need to have more than one pig ranch. You are a grassland build, you need to do that. But for the jungle build, I don't know. I've just been finding just one pig ranch was enough to get our farms jump started, to get our mushroom farms jump started, etc., etc. Let's see, what else did we do? The tech tree. What we did with the tech tree. Well, we didn't go to upgrades right away. You only start off with tech. So what I did was medicine farming, and we did that not because we needed medicine farms. We were working with 2 medicine gatherers. So this first medicine gatherer at one time had a full employee count, so it was 2, and they were gathering all. This place used to have a lot more trees. Now we could afford to cut them down, so that's why we cut it down. But anyway, it had a lot more trees. I believe the efficiency was 200%. It's down to 140% now because we're not using it anymore. But it was 200%. It was 2 people working on it, and then when we built the second medicine gatherer, what happened was I reduced the employee count by 1. I said, okay, 1 person working there with 200% efficiency is more than enough, and we need this extra labor here at this medicine gatherer to take care of this hunting lodge and this fruit gatherer. So that's how we split that. So that was the whole reason why. I mean, I got the medicine farming, but we didn't start the medicine farming. We started rice farming right away, and we went heavy into rice. The only reason why I did this was 2 things. I wanted to avoid the increased number of immigrants by 20% bonus early on, because that is going to get you killed. It might not game over you, but it will kill a good deal of your people. It's like, yes, you'll get 20% more people, but you won't have the food to support them, and they will either leave your town without dying, or they will just flat out die in your streets. So it's like, I'd rather not worry about it. Even though I was stacked with like 600 leather, and I really did need a trade post at the time. I said, it's fine, don't worry. I need the people more than the selling off the leather. So I went with medicine farming. Uh, that's one reason why I did it. The other reason was we needed to unlock mushroom log sterilization right away, especially since we're a jungle build. We definitely needed that right away so we can get our first mushroom farm built. The first mushroom farm was this one, I believe, and we upgraded it with the 30% with the stone upgrade right away. So now it's at what? Well, base it's 160% because it's plus 30% the intensive care, and then plus 30% to the jungle mushroom, and then another 20% from the productivity book that I put on there. And we kept the sustainability book there just because I had nowhere else to put it at this time. But before I could um, before I could research mushroom log sterilization, since we didn't have enough science for that time being, the first immigration that came in gave me a choice of a sustainability book, a motivation book, and a passion book. And since I'm going a communism build and not a capitalism build, I said, okay, the sustainability book would be better for me. But if you're going capitalism build, definitely pick up on the passion book. Uh, if you see any passion books, you definitely want to pick up on those. But since I'm going communism, I've always liked the communism build. Uh, I just stick with sustainability books and productivity books, and then try to avoid the others as much as possible. Because once you're in communism, it slashes the effectiveness of motivation cards and passion books by half, and yeah, that's a big deal. You don't want to you don't want to have those cards if you're going to go cannibalism. Not cannibalism, communism. Yeah. Cannibalism, on the other hand, we're not doing that. So we procced the cannibalism card at some point, and that was because I think we had like 3 people die early in the game from starvation because I started off 240 wood, 240 food instead of my usual 480 food to make sure nobody dies of starvation early on. So I couldn't afford to do that. I had to buy the cannabis breeder so we can get the farms going. And yeah, we had to make sacrifices. But as soon as the first immigration came off, and before we could even research mushroom log sterilization, I chose the sustainability book not just because of the communism build, but also one other major thing. I wanted to have a sustainability book for my first mushroom farm, especially since we didn't have mushroom log sterilization researched. So that 30% less input was a big deal. I think we were like 150 wood, and we couldn't afford to have anybody work a forester. So I said, okay, well we definitely need sustainability to work, and then whatever labor we had available during the winter, I would tell them go and chop down non-fruit trees, just in case if we might needed to have gone back to fruit gatherer temporarily. So we did that. We managed that way. Let's see. What was the next step we did? Okay, so the farm, when you're first building farms, you don't want to build these big ones, as soon as you land on the map. What you want to do is you want to make a smaller farm. You could do a 28 log farm, so 6 by 19. And what that does is it's small enough for you to build it quickly before the harvest year is over with. And it's also definitely still small enough and it's still pretty efficient for one person to farm it. So you only need one person to farm it, right? But if you built it late, let's say you built it um, maybe maybe early summer, right? You built it early summer, and let's say you plopped it down and you built it. Let's pretend it was built. Notice how it shows that 2 people can work it. So when you finish building it, it will also say that 2 people can work on it too, not just build it. So what you do is you will almost always have the spare labors to do it. So I would highly recommend get 2 people to put down as much farm as possible before the harvest. That way you'll get a little bit more extra food than just your 2 hunting lodges that you built early on. Let's bulldoze this. We don't need it. Just wanted to show you guys what that was all about. We'll cancel all of that. Let's see. So we did one small farm like that for by the end of year 0. But as soon as year 1 started coming around, like around, the winter time of year 0 to year 1, we upgraded that small farm to one of these larger farms. And we also, I believe we only stuck with one large rice farm like this one. And then I think it was around year 2, the winter of year 2, when we built the second one. That's when we had enough labor force to take care of it. And as you can see, only one person is needed to farm this entire land for one farm. Let's see, what else? What else I need to explain here? I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for maybe the first 3 or 4 years of what I did on this deity game. Let's see. The cannabis did not come in until way later, like somewhere around when we had around 32 population. I think we built that one. I want to say around year 5 we built the cannabis breeder. Yeah, it was year 5. We built the cannabis breeder year 5, and we took a gander and we just tried to see how much cannabis we could get with just one worker, because that's all we could afford to do. Because by then we did need 2 medicine farms worked at all times, because we had to transition from medicine gatherers to farms, especially since we invested, I believe, the first 2 points into farming tech at the time. Uh, Speaking of the tech tree, so when we just finished mushroom log sterilization, we built a second mushroom farm, and funny thing ended up was we got another immigration uh, coming in, and it was the same exact choice. So it was either passion book, motivation, or sustainability. I said, okay, fine, I'll take another sustainability book and put it on the mushroom farm, even though we have mushroom log sterilization. It's like this one's 20%, and then if you slap on sustainability, it's another 50%. So it's like, okay, it's still something. It's still good. Would have preferred the productivity book instead, but you can't you can't control the draw of the card. What else did we do? So when I did that, I still didn't research foreign trade. I kept it alone. It's just because of this. If this bonus was not here, I would have picked this up next just to get the trade post and to start selling all the leather as much as possible. Because if you have too much leather in your storage, it causes logistics problems for food, medicine, tools, whatever. But since it has this bonus here, and it's kind of risky on the higher difficulties, especially on deity, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot if you do this too early. So what I did was, after mushroom log sterilization, we unlocked the upgrades tree, and I immediately started researching the first point into farming tech. I skipped charcoal burner at the time because this is jungle. You don't need a charcoal burner. You don't need heating, so you can afford to just skip that and not bother with it. But if you're, let's say, on forest or grassland, or even boreal, if you found a really good boreal spot for your shoguns, then yeah, you definitely need charcoal burner, especially if you're in boreal. You would need to go here before you invest into farming tech. But since we're in the jungle, we went straight into 1 point into farming tech. So we would make some sustainability to our population that way. And I believe what I did after that was, after I put the first point in farming tech there, then I said, okay, it's time to get this bonus. We do need extra people now. So I went and got that. Plus, I also got the trading post so we can get the money beforehand, especially the money to upgrade our town hall to level 3. And immediately after that, to buy the farm water management card, which is 5,400 gold altogether. So 2,000 gold from the upgrade, and then 2,400 for the plus 8% to farm productivity. I mean, it's nice to hit middle age somewhere around year 7, but the problem with hitting middle age that early in Deity, you usually won't have the money to upgrade your town hall to level 3. And if you do, you usually don't have enough money to buy the farm water management card, which is the whole point of upgrading your town hall to level 3. So it's like, okay, great, you got a town hall level 3, but you can't do anything with it, you know? So that's why I always make sure I have enough money when I'm in middle age to be able to do both of them at the same time. Otherwise, I could put that 2,000 gold to better use, like let's say expanding the territories and buying out minor towns that are in my way. I believe we had 2 minor towns. I believe one was around here. Let's see if I'm remembering this right. Yes, there was one here. I remember now. There was one. No, sorry, here. I remember now. There was a minor town here. We had to buy this out. Uh, it was basically right here. It was right here, but right on my employment bureau. That is right now. So we had to buy that out. Set us a little bit back on the food because you're bringing in 5 adults, hopefully 5 adults, and none of them kids. But yeah, you're bringing in 5 more people. So that's going to cause a problem with your food supply. They're going to eat it because when you buy out these minor cities, these minor towns, they start out with 0 resources. They are going to eat your food, medicine, and tools as soon as you buy them out. But you do want to buy them out. You do want to bring them into your town because you get a free card. You definitely want the card. It's okay if you end up with some starvation, but so long as you got the card, that's all that matters. Let's see, what else do I need to explain? There was another minor town here. See, it was around right here. The vegetation is just starting to grow back. There was another minor town I had to take over. So that's the whole reason why I say to myself, if I have to spend the 2,000 gold and it's not going to be enough to get me the farm water management card, then I'd rather make sure I buy out whatever minor towns are blocking these. This one was blocking this fertility. We can't have that. We need this fertility to ourselves. We're going to be putting it to use. This guy's not in our way. And even if he was, we really couldn't do anything about it anyway. He would upgrade to tier 2 and I can't do anything about it. But thankfully he's not in my way. We can actually use him for trade if we need to. Especially since it's already close to a fertile land here. That means we can grow medicine and food here. And if we need to, we can build the caravans to rise over here. And just quickly go in and out, in and out, in and out. And very, very quickly get money. But that's for a future timeline. I don't think I'm doing that anytime soon. Especially not on Deity. I think what's more important is either taking this area and expanding out this way with this fertile land. Oh, we even got fertile land here. I didn't even see that. But yeah, we have this one here. I think, you know what, since we do have 2 fertile lands, the thing is this one's kind of going to be expensive because it's grape. It's going to cost us. But then again, this one has coffee, so this one will be expensive too. But anyway, I think what we would do is, yeah, we won't expand down here. I don't think so. I was originally thinking of expanding down here, but it's not a big deal. Like, this one is cheaper, 1,600, to just unlock this farmland here. And later on, when we built up everything, like there's some towns over here, we have access to this one, and we can get access to this one too. So there's 3 fertility nodes. We don't even need to go sushi bars. Like, we could just stick with rice patties, and we'll be totally fine. Let's see. So that was that was the whole showcase for Town Hall Level 3. If you're running out of options, don't do it. Just save that money for buying out minor cities that are in your way. Let's see. Let's see, the research. What happened was I did the foreign trade next, right? Um, what happened was I didn't touch any of the furniture or sake brewing cards. I didn't bother with it. What I did was I went right back to upgrades tree and I put the second point into farming technologies right away. Then after that happened, uh, I believe it was a waiting game, and it was a very long waiting game. I had nearly 1,500 science, and I couldn't do anything about it. And the whole reason why I couldn't do anything about it was we didn't have enough population. We had enough cannabis, but we didn't have enough. As you can see right now, we have plenty of cannabis, but I didn't have enough population to uh, take us to the middle age. You need a minimum of 37 people to go to middle age. So, but since we were constantly having food problems when we didn't have the farm water management card, I had to cheese the game, and a lot of Deity players do it. It's basically it's like you have to do it this way. You have no other choice. Otherwise, you're never hitting middle age. So the cheese was, you see how this house, this level 2 house, is empty? So what you do is you stock it up with cannabis, right? And you make sure it's always stocked with cannabis by making sure it was upgraded and there are no more people living in it anymore. Because you need that. You don't need that much of a population, because especially when you're first starting out, you will run out of food and you will cause a massive die-off. So don't, by all means, do not bulldoze the house. What you do is you keep it there, and then what you do is you make, I don't know, I think what we did was we made farms over here. Yes, that's what we did. So we made the next set of farms over here. And what I had was, instead of this house being popular, I built a new house here. And I said, okay, you are the next popular house because I need you to take care of these farms. And the moment that happened, these guys moved out and they came to this house. Now, what they did in the process of doing that was they kept the cannabis here. They didn't move it because once you put it in the house, it sticks there. The AI cannot remove it and put it in the storage. Once it's in the house, it's in the house. And the other thing is, once every villager here left this house, it means this 10 cannabis stuck here for all this time, and because there's nobody there to consume it, it stayed there. So that means I get a free level 2 house without the population required. So I got a free, let's see, middle age. Middle age takes up 10 uh, level 2 houses. So I got one free level 2 house without going too crazy with the population early in the game. So that's one way of tweaking it. I believe I did it with this house up here too. So I had two free houses that way. This is also another free house right now. So it has cannabis. Nobody's here right now because the farms are not working. But once the farms are working, this will take care of this. I believe this house takes care of these farms. And then this house is taking care of the wild animal here. I think it's taking care of one or two of these farms, and it's taking care of the storage depot too. But let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much how you tweak it to to basically get middle age with maybe a population at 30 or 32 instead of doing 37 and killing yourself from starvation. And that way, with like, you could start off with, you have 30 people, and you finally have the farm water management card, which makes things a whole lot easier. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I was having a hard time trying to get these farms working 100% of the time. So I would have one person just like come and take care of maybe like plot the plants up to here, and then I wouldn't be able to get these 2 rows. And we quickly solved that problem. What I did was um, basically what I explained here before. This house was popular. I didn't want that house to be popular anymore, so I built a new one. I told them, you guys move over here to make sure you sustain these farms. And I still kind of noticed they were still struggling with getting the whole harvest. So what I said to myself, I think we need a tavern down here now. So I built that because our first tavern was built here, and that's only taking care of really just these farmlands here, and it's taking care of the what's called the hunting lodges, the mushroom farm. So it has its hands full. This one tavern is taking care of all of this. One other thing I need to explain: uh, the tavern, it doesn't see these happy faces on the houses. I think I explained this on the Emperor game, but I'll go ahead and re-explain it here just in case. The happy faces on the houses from the tavern almost mean nothing. So it's not a big deal if you don't have a tavern close to your houses. The more important thing is you make sure this tavern, your first tavern, is always close to where your major food producers are, especially on Deity. You want to make sure it's the food production is taken care of as much as possible. This tavern can take care of all these farms. It's taking care of all these mushroom farms. It's taking care of the forester. As you can see, why we have 700 wood with only one worker. It's taking care of the hunting lodges. We were constantly at 600 leather, and we had the trading post built here. I had to bulldoze it down recently because we no longer needed it, or at least for the time being, because we can't afford to have anybody produce any more cannabis at this time. I needed to put them all on food production. But anyway, so I bulldozed that one just recently. I'm planning on relocating it real soon, somewhere here. Uh, Probably even considerably just killing off all the pigs, especially now that we have farm water management. We can afford to kill off all the pigs, and I may be considering just building the trade post here, and then build the storage depots around it to make sure that we will have all the supplies we need for the 2 industries I want to build here. Over here, maybe this is where not maybe but definitely this is where the potters will go, and this one over here, furniture workshops, it's already closer to where the foresters are, so that's perfect. Uh, Furniture workshops can take advantage of the forester here. They'll have access to wood right away. Let's see, what else did we do? So yeah, this part of the farmland was stabilized. We are getting 100% um, yield from that. What else did I do? I built the first storage depot that we got for free because we built too far away from the town hall. I believe we built this farm, and then it finally procced, said, hey, you built too far away from your town hall. Here's a free storage depot. I said, great, we're going to put it to use. And I bulldozed one of these storage yards that you start off with, and I built the storage depot here in its place. And I built it in this specific spot just so that we can import the medicine here, so to make sure we get the mushroom farms constantly producing as much as possible. We needed the medicine here right away. And also because of the forester too. We needed the forester worker to have access to medicine right away. I believe later on, I had to copy the storage depot and put another medicine depot here. And the reason why I had to do that, I normally don't do two medicine storage depots, but in this case, it was causing problems. What it was doing was we were getting the medicine. Sure, yeah, we were getting the medicine and solving this problem. However, it was causing a problem here. It was the AI is not smart enough to go and pick up medicine where it's more abundant. Over here, we had a ton of medicine at one point. Uh, so they didn't distribute it properly. And there was no way I could tell the AI, hey, go and pick up this medicine. Do not pick up this medicine. So I had to manipulate it the best way I could. Uh, it would take the medicine from this area, and I said, okay, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another storage depot and tell this one, since it's closer, to take the medicine from here and stockpile it here. And that's how we solved the medicine distribution problem. Let's see, what else did we do after that? So somewhere around, I believe, year 7, what we did was we did build the quarry. But we currently, even right now, we just don't have the people to go and work it. Maybe after we finish building this mushroom farm, we might be able to. But this was for the most part a winter job, and so it only worked with 4 people during winter time, and that's it. That's all we could afford to do. But right now, like I said earlier, I am planning on making this a permanent uh, 2-man labored at all times. But right now, to make that happen, is I am considering copy pasting another storage depot here somewhere. Either here, right? We could do 2 storage depots. We could do one over here and tell this one, I want you to gather medicine and bring it over here because we need the medicine for the quarry to constantly be working. I believe that's the next step, yes. What else did I do before I unpause the game so I could tell you guys? Oh, yes. So before I even did the quarry, though, I did get the tools workshop going right away. We did need tools, as I believe definitely before we hit middle age, because what happened was I needed somebody to work at the immigration office, and the immigration office only works really well if you have tools. So we needed to compensate for that. And also we needed to boost the hunting lodge productivity, because the hunting lodges also work very well if they have tools. So if you don't have tools, don't expect them to work as well. So we have that built. We have this boosted. I stacked it with 2 sustainability cards. It's actually way more productive with 2 sustainability cards instead of what I used to do was 1 sustainability and 1 productivity. It's no longer the case. The math says, no, you do 2 sustainability cards and you will get way more output that way. I think we're ready to unpause. I'm going to continue the game with 4x speed here. We're waiting for this to be built. I'm going to reduce it to 1 person because we're not planning on manning this anytime soon. We just want to build this for the building combo bonus, so this one could take the reward from that. We are about to get Yeah, we're about to get another 5 people thanks to the tools workshop. So we don't want that. I'm gonna turn this off. Oops, turn it off. We are going to try and get... Let's wait until late winter is done with, and let's see how many farms gets used up. And then after that, let's see how many people we still have left over. We just got the extra 5 people, so that's perfect. We just got them right when we needed them the most. I believe they went straight to the quarry. Okay, see, now the quarry is no longer in use because we have everybody going into the farms. So now, what does that leave us with? How many people? I don't think a whole lot. Let's keep boosting the tools workshop here. Wow, it even took 1 person from the forester. Okay, so, but that's fine. We have plenty of wood, so who cares? Let's see what it did. It also took from the hunting lodges. That's fine. We really don't need them to work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell this immigration office to stop working, and I want that person. You know what? Yeah, I want him to build another tools workshop so we can get the bonus. And not necessarily because, we want a second tools shop. We're not having problems with tools. We have 42. We're fine. And this hunting lodge is starting to work, but I don't want it to work. I want it to go over here. Okay. This is great. I want to explain this to you, but let me finish explaining this. So, I told this hunting lodge, I don't need you to hunt right now. I need you to go and cull these pig ranches. So I told it, okay, go over here and work and cull these pigs. And then when you're done, then you can go back to the hunting lodge or whatever. But anyways, when I did that, you see how everybody's working? We have nobody working at all. Nobody, no kid. All the kids are there. We have 19 freaking kids. Okay, anyways. So all the adults are working. They're doing all they can. They're all busy. And you see this? This, I didn't mean for this, but since we did want to get a tools workshop built here, this forced this forced my townspeople to cut down these trees. So what that means is I don't have any adults to go and cut down those trees. So who's gonna go after those trees? You're forcing the kids to go and cut down those trees. You can actually force the kids to actually work. They're not completely useless, but I mean they're borderline useless, but they're not completely useless. If you know how to manipulate the kids, you can get them to work. So in this case, every single adult is working. Now it's up to the kids cut down this tree so this one adult can build this tools workshop. And the moment I did that, now it's mid-spring, the slave trader comes in and says, "Hey, I noticed you're actually putting your kids to work. Uh, do you want me to help you solve that problem? I can give you 5 slaves for 300 gold. It's quite the deal." And communism me says, "Wow, that's a great deal. I want it." Right? I absolutely want it. I don't have to wait for the immigration office to do its thing anymore, and we can save those tools for more mushroom farms. So allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to buy them out. We got 44 people. I'm gonna tell them to work this mushroom farm right away. We're definitely gonna pick up these 3 immigrants as well. I want the card. So we get a productivity book. Whoops. We took it from the wrong one. Okay. There we go. I do want another house built. Maybe somewhere over here. We don't want all of them to go homeless. Yeah, see, they're starting to go homeless. But maybe if we can keep 2 of them, that's fine. So we'll highlight it, tell it to build it ASAP. We still don't have enough people to work the quarry, unfortunately. But that's not that big of a deal right now. We did get the second combo bonus for the Tools Workshop, so that's great. In fact, we can put the sustainability books here. And we can put a productivity book here. And let's see. So we have hunting lodges working, actually. Are all of them working? They are working. Well, would you look at that? Well, then that's perfect. Now we can do this. Highlight it. Now we have 2 people working here at all times. And what I can do additionally is, well, for starters, we need people to go and pick up all this stone here. We need this extra stone so we can put this upgrade to use, this stone upgrade. Okay, and I want to continue boosting the tools workshop. We need the tools. This hunting lodge is also working. Yep, all 3 of them are working. That's freaking great. Let's see. Do we have enough laborers? Let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 1 person out from here, 1 person out from here. And especially since we already have building combo, I want another mushroom farm to work. So that just leaves 2 people here, but which I think we can also reduce it by 1. So that gives us an extra person to do whatever. And see that extra person, we can tell him, I want you to work here from now on to make sure we get medicine here. So this quarry can be working at all times. Arsenal herb, perfect. That house is built already, great. So we didn't suffer too much homelessness. And we have full harvest ready to go. What else are we doing? We are probably looking into getting agricultural revolution very soon. There's no doubt about that. I'm gonna pass on this. Let's get this. I'll stick the sustainability book here just in case for now. If we ever get the extra people we need. But for now, I think we're good. Where are we getting? Okay, so this has already took care of that. Okay, great. I'm going to tell it to stop working here. We do need the trade post back already. Apparently, it's we just got the leather back. See that? It went from 60 to 480, like no one's business. So what I'll do is we'll just build a temporary trade post here. Okay, the medicine is there. I want an upgrade delivery man. Make sure we got somebody working there. We're about to get some more medicine. However, our population increased. So we do need another medicine farm right away. We're going to trade. Oh, that's right. We get a free trade if we don't have the trade post built. Okay. But that's fine. We'll build it there. It's not a big deal. This quarry should be working a lot more efficiently once we have medicine. In the meantime, I'm going to continue boosting the tools workshop. We do need more medicine. So let's do this. 95% fertility, that's pretty good. So we'll get the third medicine farm here. Because we are going to be running into medicine problems real soon. Let's continue building more houses. We're not going to do the immigration office for a while. We're just going to get more population just by having more houses. So maybe what we'll do is, do I want another house here? Maybe just temporarily, just see what it's like, I guess. You know what? No, it's fine. We have that house there. Don't show that house. Don't show that. Let's build another house around here. Somewhere a little bit closer to the quarry. So 50 people, now call your place home. Great, okay. We'll get the productivity book. And have this mushroom farm work during the winter time. We'll upgrade it too. Okay, great. We got medicine over here. Let's boost the quarry now instead of the tools workshop. Tools workshop will get the boost. We'll get the benefit from the boost from the quarry. So that way, it's just better to just boost the quarry rather than the tools workshop now, especially since we're kind of low on stone now. This medicine farm is coming through. We didn't build the exact size. Hold on. It's fine. They brought the wood. As long as they brought the wood, that's all that matters. Okay, they brought the wood. Like, they just need to clear out a little bit more. And then we'll have the medicine. In the meantime, what we can do is this. It's almost built. Okay. We can tell this one to go medicine for now. Just in case this one, the one down here does not get built in time. I want to sell off the leather ASAP. We don't need to upgrade it. We're not planning on upgrading the trading post just yet, even though we are middle-aged. It's not a big deal right now. However, we do want to upgrade the mushroom farms at some point. That plus 8% speed is actually pretty good. Okay, nobody died of starvation. But I swear, anytime I say that, people start dying. Okay, medicine is coming through. I want to get another farm here. Let's see, how many extra people do I have? Yeah, I do have a few people to spare. And we'll keep it at 2 here, just so we can get the medicine that we need. Oh, okay, it's great. We have a full... We still afford to have all 4 mushroom farms to work. That's amazing. Let's see, what else can we do? I don't think this one can be turned into a rice. I think it's too far. Yeah, see, it's just too far. We could tell them it's fine. Just go and get that. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do is either we can expand this area to just maybe get like a few more farms here. Which, in that case, that's not a big deal then. What I'll do is I'll just tell them to build the farm here and let it be cabbage. I don't care. It'll be good enough for now. But eventually I'm thinking of just buying out this territory already and then just getting more farms there. We'll get that. I am communism, so none of these cards are good for me. However, if I am forced to pick one card, it would have to be passion. So we'll go ahead and pick up the passion, and probably best putting it on the quarry here. This productivity book, on the other hand, is best suited. I'm not sure where. Oh, you know what? We'll put it here. And we'll tell this person to start culling some pigs. We need it. We're running low on food. 1 person, wild animal count 0. I want to keep boosting the quarry. The tools workshop is kind of getting screwed over right now. We are having some homelessness, but I mean, that was to be expected. People saw a lot of food. They wanted to move in. The kids grew up. See that? It was 19. Now it's 3. And now it's 13. So we had some kids grow up. That caused a little bit of problems. And I think we should be fine though. I don't think we're gonna have starvation issues. And if we do, it's not that big of a deal right now. This will be rice. Yes, we'll have some rice over here. What about this one? Can this? Yeah, this one can also be rice, but it's not going to be a whole lot. You could do it like this. 38 logs, actually. What about, there we go. We could do it like this. Like just temporary. See, it's just, see that blink? That means it's going to be rice. Don't touch it. Because if you touch it, and you select cabbage and medicine, like right now, I'll show it to you. I just selected cabbage by accident. Oh, well, now I can't do rice anymore. So what you would have to do is bulldoze it and then rebuild it. I think, let's see, where was it? We'll rebuild it like this. That's a 36. There's a 37. Okay. And we'll go right back to the white. That means now we have rice over there. Okay, we're starting to have a little bit of starvation. You know what? I'm going to start using the cannibalism card for the first time. Just in case, because that was too much of a population boom. I had 0 desirability to do that. It just happened. The game just did that. It was out of my control. We can go back to 1 person here. This is not going to get a full harvest. I don't think this one either. Yeah, because of the starvation that was hitting it. Damn shame, what can I say? But, tools count. Yeah, the tools is... okay. Now that we have the stone, see? The medicine is getting consumed, and we just got a crap ton of stone. So we'll just continue boosting the stone, the tools workshop then. Okay, yes, starvation, that's fine. As long as it's around 47 pop, that's something I can manage right now. I don't want anything more than that. In fact, I may be considering bulldozing one of the houses already. Like, I just don't want to deal with this population at this level right now. Maybe what we could do is bulldoze this house, since we already have this house ready. And we could tell these guys to go homeless and leave us alone. Let's do that now before we do the harvest. There we go. Okay, so 48. 48, 40. Okay, that's perfect. This house is now taking care of all these farms. This one's taking care of all this. Okay, great. And that one's taking care of that. Yep. Let's see what else is happening. Well, we just opened up this farmland. What we can do now is we can go storage yard over here. We can build 1 storage yard here, and then we can move everything out of here. I'm gonna hit disallow. Actually, not. Yeah. Well, sort of too late. Or you know what? Tell it allow all. I don't want them to move while they're dying of starvation, because if they're trying to move any of these resources and they die, we lose the resource. So we'll keep it on there for now. We don't need it to move them just yet. Our medicine problem is taken care of. We just finished that. That's great. Our medicine problem basically stopped being a problem before it became a problem, if that makes sense. What else I'm gonna do is I want 2 more tool workshops so we can take full advantage of the building combo bonus. In fact, actually, we might even get this one to start working. So as soon as we build these two, we might even just put one more person to work here, especially since we already have the sustainability books ready to go. Actually, let's do that right now. Tell them to work. Go for it. And double boost. Okay. Yes. Medicine problem should stop being a problem now. We're gonna sell off some more leather. I want to take off the cannibalism perk because I want my happiness to come back up. What else? Our science is 1,500 again. How about we do this? Let's get the agricultural revolution. Honestly, I should have done this sooner. I just wasn't paying attention. So we can do this. I think what we're gonna do is bulldoze this one, and this is exactly what we needed to do right away. Okay, so this grabs all of this here, but there's a way we could tweak these 2 farms to make sure that it's affected by the granary. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this to tweak it. And it's still rice. It's a little too far. It's a little too far. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tweak it this way. Okay. Still not counting. Okay, so we would actually need a second granary at some point. But this one we can. I believe this one, yeah, see it counts now. So we can do it that way. For this side, we'll just do... there's a problem with that one. Okay. I'll have to fix that one later. But for now, we'll use it as cabbage. Actually, probably can't even use it at all. I think I bulldozed this a little too early. I think that might have caused a problem. But yeah, we'll see if we can get this built on time. I think it is. I think we can build it on time. Oh, then again, we did get these 2 farms going, so that could take care of that in the meantime. 1 person cabbage farm. Okay, since nobody's really dying of starvation, we can disallow this. Oh, that's way too many people to work there. Let's get 3 for now, even though we can still get away with 2 people. Let's just do 3 because it was built a little too late. I'll take the wild card, whatever. Really don't have anything else going on. I'm gonna continue boosting that. We don't need these 2 workshops to work right now. We just need those 2. I'm gonna get the immigration. We'll get 3. Okay, great. How many people do we still? We still have a lot of people. In that case, let's get 1 more person to work here, 1 more person to work here, since these farms got built late. And I want to continue boosting the tools. So that way my entire food production is constantly working. Our medicine count is good. I want to move this cannabis breeder. It's in the way of too much already. What I'm gonna do is probably just hit it up on this side. Yeah, I think we want to do that, and I'll tell only one person to work there. Dang, we're still at 0 food. Jeez. It's only 48 population too. Yep, this is Deity. That's Deity for you. We need to do something about our science again. Upgrades tree. You know, we could do shrubbery. We could totally do shrubbery. Actually, let's start planning that one ahead. I'm gonna do the first few parts of shrubbery. And put this 14,000 gold to better use. So here we go. The cannibalism card, we still can't harvest, so we're gonna have people die. So we gotta put the cannibalism card back up. We have no other choice. It's just during harvest, I need to remind myself, take off the cannibalism card. Because the cannibalism card during the harvest, it reduces the amount of food you get from your farms. So that's why you want to try and avoid it. In the meantime, we are just getting that taken care of. What else? We can get more of these houses taken care of. Just like so. Alright, wonderful. And we want a minimum of 80 happiness. Let's see. We can reduce this to 2 people. We can reduce this to 1. I want to bulldoze this and have another farm ready here as soon as possible. Jeez, that smoke I cannot see. 54 logs. Okay. Harvest is available. Let's turn it off. If anybody dies, it's whatever. But things are being harvested. I want to make sure we get 100% harvest out of it. We'll have this one built ready to go for next time. But looks like they got quite a bit of the harvest done. So we're going to get the food. And we'll continue supporting a population of 40 people. So that's taking care of all of that. I believe for next time, we can get this farm combined. So that way this granary can now affect this entire area. Medicine is perfectly fine. We are absolutely distributing it just fine thanks to the storage depots. We still have plenty of stone. I believe the stone count went lower because we have 2 workshops now. You see this? How we died from starvation. Now this mushroom farm only has 1 worker. We don't want it to have 1 worker. If we were stuck with 1 worker, I would tell it to turn off because this 30% productivity only works if both employees are working. If it's not, then you're not getting anything out of it. You're not getting a whole lot. I believe 2 people is enough for this one. Okay. So they're having a hard time picking it up, but they do have a granary here that we can just set it to. Yeah, no, that's fine. I want to do this while we still can do it. I want to combine these farms already. Wonderful. And the granary should pick it up. Yes, it does. Very nice. We do need to plan ahead with more farms here. That's weird. Oh, that's because that's irregular. Got it. Okay. We'll get another cabbage here. Or, you know what we'll do to spread out the medicine a little bit better? We'll make this medicine. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this one into cabbage. There we go. And we need to build right away. We have excess science again, so we gotta think of something here. This did its job. You know what? No, we still don't have a whole lot of stone for the sheep branches, so let's not do that just yet. We'll leave the pig branches alone so they can recuperate. We need this farm built right away so we can get 2 people to work on it. We do have tools. I could do furniture workshops already. Okay, that's fine. We don't have that one. I'll just look for it from here. How many people do I have? I don't have a whole... Then again, I could take it from the hunting lodges. I could tell them to work on the furniture workshops. Why isn't it being worked on? We're gonna figure that out. Furniture workshop, where are you? You're not here because you're not built. So we just don't have enough general labor. Okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine, but you know, we'll have to figure out a way to work around it. This farm got built a little late. Dang, this one can't be built right now. That's fine. We'll continue just leaving it like this. Just whenever it has enough people to work on it, just one person. Just clear out as much as possible. The medicine is a little bit too much, so I'm glad we turned this into a cabbage when we did. New immigrants. We're going to pick up productivity because we have way too many sustains. Let's see. I think we're just going to stack it on the furniture workshop whenever it's built and ready to go. And we may need to remove this storage depot here. So we're only gonna have 2 people here. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Let them finish building it, but I don't want it to work because it's already too late. Way too late, and we don't have enough people to work it. So what we'll do is we'll just continue letting these people know, hey, I want you to build the industry already. So go ahead and build another furniture workshop. Hunting lodges are doing their thing. Okay, good. Next harvest, we'll get this farm situated. 2 people here. They are doing their thing. Okay. Oh, one other thing I didn't explain. I mean, I explained it in the video that wasn't recording, but I'll explain it here. I switched up my farming method. I basically turned my farm strat on its side. And there was a big reason why I did that. Starting from Deity, from what the other Deity players have been telling me, is I had the right idea when I was building my farm sideways like this. However, they said if you build it sideways, I'm going to pause the game. I want to explain this to you guys properly. So let's say we built the farm this way, right? And if you've seen my Emperor videos before this video, you would see that I did build my farms this way. And the problem with that, starting from Deity, not even on Immortal is not noticeable either. But on Deity, it becomes very noticeable. There's a problem with the way the AI works when it plants crops. So originally how I was doing it, the AI would start from here, plant, 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 all the way up here. And then when it's reached at this final point, the AI starts thinking to itself, am I out of food? Am I out of medicine? Do I need more tools? If any of those 3 is a yes, it will stop working the farm, even though you absolutely need it to work. It will stop what it's doing and it will go straight to wherever your food is, medicine or tools, and it will go and do that. It will ignore the farm even though you need the farm done, and even though you actually don't need tools to work the farm, the AI is just not smart enough to realize that. Say, you know what, I don't have tools, who cares? I can get this farm done, It'd be great if the AI could do that, but it doesn't. So that's causing a problem there. So it plants, plants, plants. You give it time to think because now you've reached the end over here. Over here, with this farm, we are forcing the AI to think less and work more. So the way you trick that is now the AI has to plant all this. It's being forced to plant all of this, and it will only think again when it's reached this point. Okay, so after it has planted all of this, now it's able to think, do I need food? Do I need medicine? Do I need tools? If yes, it's no big deal. It planted more than 3 times than what it did over here before it gave up on its job and went to food supply or medicine supply or tool supply. So in this case, you are giving your AI less chances to make mistakes with this particular farm. This particular farm, you're giving it more chances to make mistakes. You're giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, etc., 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 maybe 24. 24 chances to make a big mistake. This farm, however, you are only allowing the AI to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mistakes. 6 mistakes versus 24. Right? That's way better. That becomes way more noticeable in the Deity game. So 1, 2. I'm gonna count it out with road here. it is 25. So 25 mistakes versus 6 mistakes. Definitely you see like which one is much better. Now, if the AI could have been fixed where you could continue building farms like sideways like this, and you would have the AI fixed to do it to farm from the longest way instead of the shortest way. So if you tell them to plant crops this way, it wouldn't be a problem. So it wouldn't really matter which way you built it, so long as the AI understands, hey, I want you to plant from the longest side of the farm. But it doesn't do that. The AI just does from bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top. That's how it's programmed to do. So that's how we have to learn to tweak it. Oh, we don't want this farm. That was just for demonstration. And we definitely don't want the trees to be cut down here. We don't need anybody to come over here. So yeah, I was very upset when I learned that's how the AI works. And it was just driving me crazy. I was pretty upset. There was a few Deity players there noticed I was very frustrated with it. But they said, hey, that's just how the AI works. You have to just basically turn whatever farm strategy you have right now and just turn it on its side, and you should be fine after that. And I did. I did that, and it seems like it's doing just fine. I think this one is having an issue because there was no medicine in this area. Yeah, probably. But yeah, other than that, we're good. I think everything else got its 100% yield. Late summer, we're about to get that fixed up. We do have building combo, so we could do another immigration office, actually. If we ever need to get another immigration office going, that is. I'm just gonna build it right there. We have a level 3 house. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted them to build it. So we have a level 3 house. Okay, nobody died from starvation. I want one person to work the ranch here. It's year 16. It's year 16 and we're still at 46 population. It's just it's I mean the game, when you understand the foundations of the game, it's not hard. It's just when you're in a higher difficulty, it's just gonna take a little bit longer. There's like no shortcut or anything. I mean, you could try, and then you could lose a lot of people in the process, but it's like, yeah, you're losing people. You're going back. You're going back a few steps that way. Uh, we do need more farms. So I think it's time to start looking over there. I want to buy this out. I want to buy this one out too, so we have easier access. I want... Oh, if we build the 4th hunting lodge, we'll get a hunting lodge bonus. So that's actually great. Let's do it. Let's first map out where we want the farm. So the best way to do that is that we definitely need another rice paddy. That's for sure. Let's buy it. It's rice, so we really just want it in the middle somewhere. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put it like right there. And then we do need a storage yard somewhere. Maybe we'll just put it back here. Just need some sort of storage. We'll need one house around here. Actually, let me get the farm set up here. So farm is coming around over here. Yeah, we get that the house is too far. That's fine. We just want to see like where does the farmland stop? Wait a minute. This is that's 37. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna rebuild that one. So that's 37. This is gonna be another 37. What's the fertility on this? Yeah, it's still good. You could have medicine here. And we're gonna turn off these two. I want this rice breeder built right away. I also want just a temporary house built here. Just so we have something to work here. Okay, so we will be getting some medicine over there. Okay, great. We got a full harvest. We're gonna get 2 more people to work here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's have 1 person work here, 1 person work here, and the house being built over there. That's perfect. And this one is, we're still good on medicine. Just those 3 medicine farms is like really good. It's doing its thing. So we'll do cabbage here. You know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of combining these 2 farms so we can maybe get a rice here, and at the same time it'll still be affected by the 20% granary. What we need to do with the furniture workshop is it's a winter job now. So we'll just do this. I'm gonna start selling off whatever leather we got. Okay. So yeah, it's the winter job now. A set job priority. Furniture workshop is more or less important to forestry. You know what? Less important. So that's fine. How is the construction going on over here? It is not going on. Okay. Then that's fine. Just at least build the house for now over here. That means our furniture workshop should be working. Yes, it is. I'm going to continue boosting our tools workshop here. See how he went and picked up medicine over here? But I think there's no food here. That's why now he has to go and get food. Which is kind of dumb. The food is right here. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's probably getting tools. Yeah. Okay, well at least we got 1 person to come here already. Fully ready and ready to go. Did this house get built? Not yet, no. Ooh, that he almost got built. Nice. Storage depot is there. I mean, storage yard is there. This, I want to kill all. We just want to move on to the next best thing. Probably just start moving the trade company over here and then upgrade it. How much is this advanced? Let's see. Negative 20% consumption in this building. That's pretty good. It's just, it probably uses up, yeah, 16 workers. You're not doing this on Deity this early, that's for sure. And the upkeep is 150, so that'll be more than what I have right now. So yeah, you definitely don't want to touch that. Uh, we'll do a free one. Ooh, we got a rice breeder. Okay, that's great. Then what we can do is, since this area does have food, yeah, more like should. We can tell. We could probably tell that hunting lodge stopped working, and that way we can have. Oh wow, the hunting is garbage here. There's not a whole lot of animals here. But we do need some food to start up the farms over here. That's the thing. I say build it, and we'll see what's going on after that. I'm gonna get a fruit gather here just for the bonus. We're not gonna build it. So this is sustainable. No, not sustainable. Poison arrows. And I want to highlight this one. Make sure it's built. So we'll get another town going over there. This is coming along. It's just I wish I would do a little bit faster. But that's because our tool supply is kind of dwindling. We have a spare sustainability book. After this pig ranch is done, what we could do is maybe take one of these productivity books, take it off, and replace it with sustain, and then put another sustain here, and then we'll have 3 workers working the tools workshop. In the meantime, I do want this stone picked up. Alright, we got a harvest. We didn't get the full harvest from this one, but it's still pretty good. We are going to need another storage yard somewhere around here, so let's do one right here. Something like this. And let me check the time. Let's see the time. We're at 8 my time. I think I'm gonna call it here for this video session, and we'll definitely continue this series until. Well, I definitely want to take it up all the way to Industrial Age, just to see how the jungle works on Deity. Because a few days ago, not a few days ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I messaged Upon, I told him, hey, I don't know if you're aware, but starting on Deity, actually starting on Immortal, all of us Deity players, we started noticing the intense amount of medicine consumption in jungles. Because basically the medicine consumption formula in jungles was doing, it was just doing 3 times 500, which is 500% of consumption in Deity. So that means you would be consuming 1,500% medicine in jungles, and that made it nearly impossible to get past Enlightenment Age, because you would have so much population dying from medicine that, and you couldn't even produce enough of your own medicine. Even if you had advanced medicine makers, I believe I did one, with one advanced medicine maker, and I could not produce enough medicine for a population of I think 140 population. No, sorry, 120 population on an immortal game. I couldn't produce enough medicine in the jungle, and I was just game overing. And I asked a few Deity players on this, and they're like, "Yeah, no, jungle is busted. Don't play jungle on Deity or even on Immortal. It's still pretty bad." And I'm like, "Yeah, that kind of makes sense." And I started looking more closely at the Statistics Bureau, and it was definitely showing way more medicine consumption than it should be. Uh, for Buds though, Buds is probably one of the exceptions. He says I didn't have any problems in medicine, and I said okay. Did you import medicine? He says yes, I was importing medicine. I'm like, well, okay, that's why you didn't have problems, and that's why you were always bankrupt in jungles. I've noticed this. Buds is a good player, but he's always bankrupt because he's always importing tools and medicine. Um, so me, on the other hand, I'm just stockpiling the money. I mean, I could, if I want to, I could get trade companies to start importing some of these things, but at the same time, I don't have a sustainable economy to do that, so I'd rather not touch it. Uh, but for Buds, he likes doing the imports. He doesn't mind the tax fees that he has to pay. He just does it, but that just means he's bankrupt constantly, and he can't upgrade his town hall to level 3 right away. As soon as he gets middle age and enlightenment age, it's even worse for him because he can't upgrade his town hall to level 4 as soon as he unlocks enlightenment age, and so that kind of defeats the whole purpose of you know getting enlightenment age. You want to upgrade your town hall so you can get the card shop bonuses. Uh, what else did I want to say about the jungle? So yeah, I messaged that to Buds. I mean, not Buds. I messaged that to Pun. Told him there's something terribly going wrong with the medicine consumption formula in jungles. I told him I didn't notice this for all this time because I was playing the game on hard difficulty. I was playing the game on brutal difficulty. I was playing it on Emperor, so I never really noticed the major medicine consumption until I started playing Immortal for the first time. So I started playing Immortal. I stopped doing that. I went to Deity, and I really, really noticed it there, where the medicine consumption was too much. It seems like it seems like Pun may have already fixed the medicine consumption. So instead of 1,500% medicine consumption in jungles on Deity, it's now 800%. If I can get my statistics bureau built, let's see if we can do that really quick before I log out. So let's get this card shop built, right? I want to get my statistics bureau bot back, and we're gonna build it, and I want to test something out. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, so statistics, medicine consumption. I believe Pun did fix it because at around this stage, with a population of 55, which is pretty deadly to deal with, um, this medicine consumption would be around 1,200 if we were doing 1,500% medicine consumption. And the production, yeah, it's about 500 because I have how many? One, two, and three. I had three medicine farms only. So I have three medicine farms, and also we have to note that I did not pick up jungle medicine. And so that's another reason why I believe Pun did make that hotfix as soon as I messaged him. Because right now I would be game overing for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, if it was 1,500% medicine consumption and I did not pick up on jungle medicine. Jungle medicine is plus 30% medicine farms if you built your medicine farms in jungle tiles. So I don't have that bonus. So that's another reason why I'm starting to believe that he probably hot fixed it. It was just not that big of a deal of a hot fix. That's why he didn't bother announcing it. But it seems like jungle is actually pretty doable now. Yeah, so I guess this means Buds can stop importing his medicine. He can play jungle without importing. He can just actually produce his own medicine for once. But anyways, that pretty much wraps it up for here. For the future episode, we are gonna try and get this farmland situated. We're probably gonna get a small town here. We do want this hunting lodge to start working right away, so we can start getting some food in this general area. And then once we have some food in this general area, I want a medicine farm here to make sure we can grow our medicine more locally, rather than having a storage depot come and import medicine from places where we already have some medicine. I don't want it. I want this stockpile to kind of like stay here. I want them. See this. Actually, I need to turn this one back on. We need the medicine distributed here a little bit better. So we'll get that going. And just generally, we probably don't have enough manpower to get all these farms going right away. But yeah, we'll look into that in the next episode. I'm gonna stop recording. You guys have a good one. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully this has helped you in quite some way regarding your own Deity gameplay. Hell, it might even have worked really well for any Immortal players too. So this could definitely help you guys out from there too. I'll continue this series. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to record the second session. If not, sometime later this week, and we'll just continue this session. And I'm gonna try and cover as much as possible from all the things I've learned from all these other Deity players. What works, what doesn't work, or which strategy is kind of better for a newcomer, which strategy is meant for an advanced player. By an advanced player, I mean an advanced Deity player, not an advanced Emperor player or anything like that. If you're an advanced Emperor player, you're still considered new Deity player, because Deity is a totally different ball game. All right, have a good one, guys.